take a quick moment to respond to all the Italians who are crashing out in my comment section. I had to block a whole bunch of y'all. They writing in Italian, they writing in English to try to either tell me Italy isn't racist, which I never said the whole country was racist. So that means you don't know how to listen critically, because I never said the whole country was racist. I said Rome, Milan, and Venice. I found those places to be racist, and I say that with my chest. I don't have no problem. I would put it on a billboard if I could, because I'm getting ready to go to the grocery store, y'all, but I want to address this before I did, because I want Black people to know to not go to those places. I mean, Tabitha Brown went to Italy and made a short thing that she put in her stories or something about racism, but she wasn't specific. But it was obvious that she had encountered some problematic behavior, and she rich. Okay, so if y'all don't want people to talk about racism in Italy, maybe stop being racist. Maybe treat Black people better. And don't tell me, oh, it's because of the migrants. Because here's the thing. Europe has responsibility for all the destabilization. The United States and Europe, the West, basically, is how I usually refer to them, has a lot of responsibility for the destabilization of the economies on the continent of Africa. Okay? As well as Central America and South America. Do not make me have to give y'all a geopolitical lesson. So if people have to run away from those countries, they should be welcomed with open arms by the West, because you all have created the environment that has resulted in the destabilization, because you want to continue to steal all the damn resources from Africa and control the resources on the continent. And I wish to God, I'm not even going to say what I wish would really happen, okay? Because I don't want to lose my channel, and I really don't like to talk about politics on this channel. If you want to hear me talk about politics with my full chest, you can probably go join my HR channel. Subscribe over there. I don't really talk about this stuff. But the way that some of you Italians are crashing out in my comments about how Italy isn't that racist, yeah, it is. It is. And I tried to be very balanced about it. I'm not willing to paint the entire peninsula, because some of y'all want to attack the fact that I said island, the peninsula of Italy, as being racist. I've been to Italy 8 times or more, y'all. I've spent a lot of time in the country. I've been all over the country. If I say y'all are racist, y'all are racist. And I like the country. I like the people. I like the food. Do I think it's the best food in the world? No, I do not. I want to be clear about that. But I think the food is good. And I've really enjoyed Italy. The people, the men. I've enjoyed it. But I'm not going to sit up here and lie to other Black people and tell them all is well, because y'all, some of y'all is racist AF. Okay? Especially the North. I know people who live in Italy right now that will admit that to me. Okay? I know people who are not Black and people who are Italian who have admitted this to me. Okay? And as the Bible says, and aren't you all a devoutly Catholic country, how you treat the least of these, however you treat the least of these, my brethren, you are treating me. And the way that you all are treating the African migrants is really, really sad, and says something about you as a human being. So if you want to come into my comments and try to justify the fact that you mistreat them because they're immigrants, because they're migrants, because they're running away from very difficult situations and places, does not redeem you in my eyes. Stay out of my comments and go do better in the real world. Because if you come in there and you try to, first of all, lie or attack me or anything like that, I'm just going to block and delete you anyway, because I don't want people arguing in my comment section, especially not in my travel community. That's not what I'm building this community for. But I'm not going to lie to people about what it's like. I'm going to tell the truth. I will be doing a video very soon about the other places I've went to in Europe that I mentioned in that video. I really was focusing in that video about the place that I found the most welcoming, which was Ireland, and the place that I found the least welcoming, which is Italy. And I stand by that, 10 toes down, okay? Now, I didn't say all of Italy was racist, but hit dogs do holler. So if you're in my comment accusing me of saying that all 60 million people in Italy are racist, then you must know something I don't know, because I didn't say that. But what I did say is that Black people should steer clear of the northern part of the country. Because in my experience, up there by Rome and Milan and Venice, y'all seem to not like melanated people. I think in the South and on the island of Sicily, people are nicer. In Sicily, they might stare at you a little bit, but they're friendly and they're nice and they're curious. But they were not unkind. And the food is fabulous. And the men are, Sicily, my God, today. One thing I would say is, if anyone asked me where to go in Italy, here's where I would tell you to go. Florence is my number one favorite place. Favorite. You want to talk about culture, art, style, fashion, fabulous food, great people, fun environment. And for the most part, I've not had, except for one encounter, anything negative happen to me in Florence. Florence is my number one favorite place in Italy. After Florence, I would say I really enjoyed Bari. I really enjoyed Puglia. And I love Sicily. I also went to a lot of the towns around in the Tuscany region outside of Florence are worth exploring, right? I know someone that has a beautiful bed and breakfast. Right now, I cannot remember for the life of me the name of the town, but if it comes to me, I'll put it in the video. But she has a bed and breakfast. It is just, the name of the place is Vico Pisano. It's in Tuscany. Love it there. Would love to go back. I'm like, get on. And Bologna, I just went to Bologna this summer and I really enjoyed it. I actually enjoyed it almost as much as I enjoyed Florence. Don't tell the Florentines I said that. I really enjoyed Bologna. I would say to go visit Bologna. I'm like, get on a train when you're in Tuscany and like bop around and stop in some different places. People will treat you very well and they're very kind and friendly in Tuscany, I thought. The times that I've been there. I've been to Tuscany a lot, okay? But my number one favorite place is Sicily. Taormina, Ragusa, Catania. I love Catania. Any of those places that you go. And Palermo, which is the capital. I enjoy Sicily a lot. I really enjoy Sicily a lot, okay? But I think anywhere in the South that you go, Lecce is another place that's really nice. It's in the South. Anywhere you go in the South, I think you will probably have a good experience, all right? But I have not enjoyed being in the northern part. Anywhere I've been in the north, I have not enjoyed it. I have not enjoyed it at all. Okay? So I'm just saying my experience. If you have a different experience, that's wonderful. I'm very happy for you, especially if you're a Black person and you went to Italy and you spent a lot of time in the north and you were treated well. I am thrilled to hear that. But I can only speak on my experience and the experience of people that people have shared with me. And some of the experiences have been downright egregious. They would make you cry if I told them to you on video. Okay, so I'm not making any of this stuff up and I'm not saying it because I'm trying to get clicks or likes. People keep asking me these questions. People ask me this every single time I tell people what I do for a living or how much I travel. They ask me, where have you gone that was very friendly? Where have you gone where you weren't treated well? And people ask me about Italy specifically a lot because people know about y'all. I want you to know the word is out. I'm not telling people anything new. They know about you already. But I wouldn't go back to Rome if they tried to pay me to go back there. I wouldn't want to go. I saw what I needed to see. I've seen the Vatican City, Sistine Chapel. I've seen all the good stuff, Colosseum. Not saying you shouldn't go to Rome. I absolutely think there's a lot of culture and history that sits in Rome that I think people need to see. But I just want you to know what you may experience as you go see the Sistine Chapel, as you go to the Vatican, as you go to the Colosseum. You might experience some unpleasant things, or you might see some unpleasant things. Like I said, your passport protects you right now, Black American people. So you might not get treated the way the African migrant or the African immigrant might get treated. But I'm not okay with Black people being mistreated anywhere in the world. I'm not okay with anybody being mistreated anywhere in the world, right? But I'm definitely not okay with people that look like me being mistreated, and I don't separate myself from them in any way. So if you do it to them, you might as well be doing it to me. That's just how I feel about it. And I don't like the way that I have seen people be treated. I have a friend. She's from Uganda. Amazing, brilliant, accomplished woman. Highly educated, probably more highly educated than me, and that's pretty damn highly educated. Amazing person, wonderful, kind. She told me about how she got treated in Rome when she went there to work and how much she couldn't wait to get out of there because of the way people treated her. And she speaks with a British accent. Okay? So y'all don't come in here and crash out in my comments and try to act like I'm making something up. I am not. And enough people have responded to this video to confirm that I am not. So take that somewhere else. Take the self-denial somewhere else. Take the lies somewhere else. And if you don't want people to say that about you and your country, or your countrymen, Make them do better. But since y'all seem to be moving, towards, back to fascism with light speed, kind of like the USA, I don't expect that to happen anytime soon, considering the person that you all just elected a couple of years ago to run your country and the government that you have selected, right? I don't expect that to change, but you can't expect people to say nice things if you're not treating people nicely, okay? So take it out of my comments and go try to do better and be better humans if you want people to see better things, because it doesn't matter how beautiful Italy is. It doesn't matter how nice Rome is. It doesn't matter how fashionable Milan is. It doesn't matter how beautiful and interesting Venice is. If you mistreat people and you're unkind to people and you're disrespectful to people when they come to your city because of their skin color, then those people shouldn't come and visit your places and spend their money. That's what I'm saying. And if you don't like it, I don't really care. But I just want to come in there and just share those thoughts to those of you who are losing it in my comment section. Okay? Bye.